You hear a story in the news that's probably beyond belief, that's because it probably isn't true. Let me give you an example. This is the strange case of Virginia Teague. So in 1956, there was an amateur hypnotist and a full-time hustler named Maury Bernstein from Pueblo, Colorado. He burst into the headlines. He said that he had contacted the dead through hypnotism. That's how good he was. So Bernstein, he said that he hypnotized a woman named Virginia Teague, Tighe. It was Americanized in that case with Tighe. While under his spell, Teague, he said, transformed into this young Irish girl, Bridy Murphy, she called herself. That she was born in Ireland, specifically December 20, 1798. She said she was the daughter of a guy named Duncan Murphy from County Cork. She said she had red hair, that she had married a man named Sean McCarthy, who was also a lawyer. She reported she had a long and healthy life. She died by falling down a set of stairs when she was 66. 66, by the way, and 17 something or other was, ancient really. But so a local Colorado newspaper picked up on this and they serialized the story. So Bernstein, after they serialized it for him, put it in book form. And it became first a national bestseller, then an international bestseller. And now Bridy Murphy is just all the rage. They were talking about making a movie about this. So then Life magazine launched its own investigation for you young people. Life magazine was a magazine that came to your house every Saturday morning. It was magnificent. Its counterpart was Look magazine, and they were big glossy things, and you could look at all the stuff that had happened in the week before, and they'd have it all in photographs there. It was just wonderful. People would take dibs on it. So they said, well, as soon as you're done with that, I get it, and it would go down the hands of the family. So reporters were sent from Life magazine were sent to Ireland to find any trace at all, any evidence at all that a person named Bridy Murphy ever existed. But she didn't exist, nor did her father or her husband or the falling down, nothing. So the reporters looked closer to home, and they found a Mrs. Anthony Cockrell, and she had been Virginia's babysitter in Chicago when Virginia was a girl. Mrs. Cockrell was from Cork, Ireland, and she would tell Virginia these stories of her childhood in Ireland, and Virginia would listen to these things. Sean Murphy, it's been concluded, was Sean, Mrs. Cockrell's son, and Virginia had a crush on him as a boy. The fall down the stairs happened, that the one they say killed Bridy Murphy, it actually happened to Mrs. Cockrell's sister. And in the story, she describes what the stairs looked like. Virginia, as Bridy describes what the stairs looked like, how many stairs there were, how she fell, what was at the bottom of the stairs, and so forth. Well, it matched up exactly with the story she had been told as a child. It turned out, and the red hair, Mrs. Cockrell had the red hair. Mrs. Cockrell had been telling people for a while, there is no Bridy Murphy. This girl's just telling you about my childhood. But no one would listen until the magazine showed up. So the tale, it turns out, was really nothing more than a stroll down childhood memories of Virginia Teague and a guy who